It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Kristaps Porzingis.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Ball. Holland is out there with Isaac Okoro. And there's Porzingis, and it's Moody in at the shooting guard position. And for Atlanta, we've got Brandon Miller. Mobley is out there with Edey. Then there's Jalen Green. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Now, here's Okoro. Back to Ball. Fires the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Mobley outside. Miller outside for 3. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. It's a 3-point game.
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
Mobley outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Green deciding where to go with it. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Edey sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Holland coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
From the mid-range, Kristaps Porzingis release points so high.
And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against Los Angeles. Pass to Edey. Miller outside. Back to Mobley. 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Now, here's Moody. D right on him. Pass to Okoro. Here's Holland. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. To the middle. Mobley looking it over. inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Porzingis.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Atlanta shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Shoot two.
Free throw good. Edey. So he gets them both. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to Moody. Back to Ball. And here is Okoro. Porzingis with a screen on Miller. Okoro kicks to Porzingis. Drains the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Mobley outside. And here's Green outside. And Okoro pulls it down. Hornets leading by 5. Pass to Moody. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebound, Atlanta. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively.
You know, they're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 7. Pass to Miller. Here's Edey. Headed by Porzingis. Mobley a screen. Oh, good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Ball. Another key contributor in that nice win against Milwaukee. Pass to Okoro. Outside, Porzingis shoots the 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Atlanta trails by 7. Here's Miller. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Ball, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Brandon Miller with the elevation and finish. Look out.
Charlotte leading by 5. Ball, the pass to Porzingis. Now, here's Moody. Defense right on him. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Nice to the hoop.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Here's Holland after the basket by Atlanta. Back to Ball. Takes the 3. And the Hornets miss again.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Shots good by Miller.
If Miller makes a catch in the corner from 3, you better be there to contest it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, Green, after Isaac Okoro missing on that last three-pointer.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Hollins kicks the ball. Pass to Holland. Porzingis with a screen on Miller. Here's Holland. Charlotte again missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
All right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest. Oh, stop showing off, Evan Mobley. Go get it.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Atlanta making some changes. Smith comes in for Mobley. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Brandon Miller. The Hornets also with a sub. Topa just checked in. Charlotte trailing. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Okoro. Porzingis sets the pick for Okoro. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Edey, covered by Okoro. Outside, Green. Pass to Edey. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now, here's Moody. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And here's Porzingis for a three. Good on the triple. Porzingis has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Hornets. Atlanta's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. In the corner, Daniels. Smith outside. Here's the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Holland. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Atlanta's shooting 47% here so far. Hornets with the rebound. Okoro's got 4 rebounds in this game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Charlotte, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
2 shots.
One drops. He ties it up. Atlanta making some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Edey. And it's Brandon Miller in for Jalen Green. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Shoots from 14. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Hornets have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Miller following the 3 by Charlotte. And he gets it to go. Miller's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, you just see the mid-range confidence for Brandon Miller. That's a huge part of his development.
To Porzingis. Down low. Here's Topic. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Ware's checked in.
One shot.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 1. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
And it's good. 2 points.
Well, you have to be willing to take what the defender gives you. LaMelo Ball gets into that mid-range, makes the defender pay.
There's Miller with the 3. It's hauled in by Perry. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Inside, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
There is a wiry strength to Brandon Miller. Powers right through the contact.
Charlotte in the lead. Turk covered by Miller. Here's Turk. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Charlotte making a switch here. On defense, Atlanta. Count it. And the Hornets lead by 3.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
Miller outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. For Atlanta, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Line for 2, Brandon Miller.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Miller. Both free throws good for Miller. Here's Ball. Fires from way outside. No good that time. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Charlotte Hornets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hornets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Brandon Miller out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Castle. Then it's Daniels. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. So it's the Hornets now. After the basket by Atlanta. 4 on the clock. Here's Turk. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta is shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Miller with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. He sinks the 11-footer. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
At this point, Brandon Miller is getting whatever he wants on the offensive end. Defense better step up.
Here's Topic. A 17-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He has 5.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Miller. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Turk. Good D by Miller. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Sohan. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Fourth, LaMelo Ball.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one-guard spot is what really sets them apart.
Here's Castle. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. It's good from long range. Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
He's got such a smooth release on catch-and-shoot jumper. Smith is lethal off ball.
Outside, Ball. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Takes a step back. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Now, here's Moody, covered by Miller. Moody's shot is off.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Daniels passes to Smith. Daniels kicks to Smith. Screen by Smith from past the arc. It's rebounded by Walsh. Hornets trail by 8. Outside, Ball. And the Hornets miss again.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miller's got 20.
Oh, Brandon Miller showing off his range right there.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
his last 10 games have gone. He's getting around 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And most important of all is his passing. He's a terrific distributor in their offense.
That's certainly one of his best attributes, creating offense even when it looks like there's nothing there.
Hornets trail by 11. Outside ball. Pass to Topic. Now Moody, covered by Miller. Moody the pass the ball. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Well, you know how problematic LaMelo is for defenders. Always so willing to draw some contact.
The first one falls.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
And now we get a chance to check out LaMelo Ball, a wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. And that one falls for Holland.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Green is checked in for Daniels. Porzingis is checked in for Charlotte. Okoro comes in for Topic. And so he makes both from the line.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Mobley outside. Back to Green. Mobley a screen on Ball. And here's Green outside. A shot, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Atlanta.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
And that one falls for Holland. Both good from the line that time. Atlanta leading by 7. Takes it inside. 2 points. That one goes. He has 7.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Ball, a screen on Mobley. Here's Holland, covered by Mobley. Holland, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Ball against Green. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Boy, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
It's stolen by Green. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Ball, the pass to Moody. Outside, Ball. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis finds Ball. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Pass to Mobley. And the layup's good off the glass. Mobley's got 6 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. The 8th thanks. Here's Ball. Following the basket by Jabari Smith. And it's good for 2. 13 points in the game.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Ball against Green. Pass to Mobley. Takes a 3. The Hornets pull it in. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. Ball, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Williams, who's checked in for Atlanta. Daniels comes in for Brandon Miller. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Topic is checked in. And here's Daniels. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Holland with the rebound. Hornets trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Okoro. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
What tremendous control from Isaac Okoro. His coaches encourage him to attack through contact.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
For Atlanta, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Atlanta making some changes. Edey comes in for Williams. And it's Brandon Miller in for Dyson Daniels. He's perfect from the line this time. So it's the Hornets now. Here's Topic. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Atlanta leading by 6. Outside, Green. Here's Edey. Drafted by Porzingis. Miller outside. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Here's Topic. Guarded by Green. 1:43 left to play here in the half. Porzingis with a screen on Miller. To the inside. 4-on-3 break. Outside, Green. Pass to Miller. Over Okoro. And there's Miller. That's good on the assist by Green. And now it's an 11-point Atlanta lead. Charlotte has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Here's Holland. And the three ball is good. Holland's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Shots good by Miller.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Topic. Guarded by Green. They set the pick. The three ball. Atlanta with the rebound. Edey's got his 6th rebound on the night. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Miller outside. On the top of the key. And again, it's Atlanta.
Boy, how fluid and confident is Brandon Miller shooting the basketball.
Three-pointer. Topic, no good. And we finished one half of basketball. It's Atlanta ending the second quarter on a 12-3 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
I think for Atlanta, sitting in first place, they've taken care of business. But the playoffs fast approaching. They're where they need to be.
And we'll see how that home court advantage translates down the stretch. And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Hornets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Yeah, that was 1987 all over again.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. On the floor for Charlotte, Holland is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Moody. Then it's Okoro. And it's Ball in at the point.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
Ball, the pass to Porzingis. Atlanta with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Goes up the baseline. Pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Here's Holland. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Looking to get back on track here, and it's good on the way up. He's got 11.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now here's Porzingis. 10 points for him. To stop the run, Edey with the rebound. Edey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 32 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the three. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. Number one, Porzingis.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Hollins kicks to Ball. Buries it from three-point range. Ball's got 16 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Green against Ball. Green dishes to Miller. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 10. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Miller against Ball. Over Miller. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Here's Edey. A kick out to Mobley. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Jalen Green. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right. He can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Pass to Holland. Back to Ball. Now here's Okoro. Not a lot of room. The tray. No good there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here is Green. Pass to Miller. Fires the three. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Holland. Porzingis with a screen on Mobley. Porzingis inside. 10 points for him. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Agidi picks one up.
This is not the big guy you want to foul. Kristaps Porzingis, an excellent free throw shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Now, here's Green. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Inside, Porzingis with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Moody the pass to Holland. And here is Ball, guarded by Green. It's deflected. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Topic is checked in. Here's Ball. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Tries the spin move. Miller surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Anna.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, following the 3 by Atlanta. Moody's shot is off. Atlanta with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Outside, Green. There's Miller with the 3. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Ball's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Here's Holland. Mobley with the block.
7 feet sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
Green kicks to Mobley. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. His last 10 games have been exceptional. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Atlanta making a switch here. Smith is checked in. They set the pick. There's Ball with the 3. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 21 in the game.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Miller outside. Back to Green. There's the triple. Hornets with the rebound. Holland's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Topic, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Smith outside. Down low. Stolen by Ball. In the corner. Moody with it. Here's Holland. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Holland's got 16 points.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
There's the screen. Green inside the three-point line. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay-for-play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's Ball. After the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Topic. Back to Ball. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Here's Holland. Smith with the defensive effort.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Topic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jabari Smith picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Atlanta.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Atlanta leading by 21. Right side, Green. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Miller outside. There's a screen. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Leading. And that one is hammered home. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Screen by Porzingis. And yes, it's good. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
Miller outside. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And the Hornets with possession here after the basket by Atlanta.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Daniels, he's checked in for Atlanta. James checked in for the Hornets. .121 left to play in the third. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Atlanta ball.
These are the defenders who are gearing up their game at the perfect time, coming away with the most blocks in the NBA since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Edey, this inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks. And, of course, Porzingis, he can also get after it. Such a great shot blocker.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Ware's checked in, and Castle is subbed in for Jalen Green. The Hornets shooting not great, 40% for the game. Here's Turk. Rebound by Smith.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Daniels dishes to Smith. Here's Miller. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Turk covered by Miller. Nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got his second bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Castle. Pass to Smith. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 to shoot. Ware kicks to Daniels. Lets it go with a 3. Out to Smith. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got 11.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Atlanta running away with this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Smith. Daniels out there with Castle. Then it's Evan Mobley. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. To the wing right side. Here's Turk. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Castle. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel. That's his third triple this half, and that's after hitting only one before that.
Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Driving inside. Here's the screen. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's in there.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Here's Topic. Down low, Shamshay, and he uses the glass on the layup. Shamshay's got his first points of the game.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Charlotte has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And stolen by Mobley. Pass to Daniel. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Another shot. Comes up empty down low. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
Atlanta foul. Number 8.
Both teams changing it up here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Walsh. And here is Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, the Hornets missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And how about the sprints from the young fella? Smith Jr. able to take contact and finish through it.
At the line for Atlanta, Jabari Smith. Shooting one.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Now, here's Ball over Daniels. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 18 points now here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here he goes. Daniels, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Topic. Pass the Ball. Over Daniels. Ball, no good. Atlanta shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. And the basket by Castle.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, No wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And he gets the bucket. Ball's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Here's Ware. Pass to Castle. Here's Ware. Here's Black. Screen by Smith. A nice shot by Black.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Now, here's Ball. And the layup falls. Ball's got 35 in the game.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Castle. And he drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul, second.
And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport. And a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
That free throw, no good. Atlanta making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. And he sinks the second. The Hornets have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. In the corner, Okoro with it. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Moody. Inside. Here's Ball. Rebounded by Castle. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. No one near Smith as he lets it go. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Holland the pass to Okoro. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Here's Holland. Outside, Ball. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Holland. Screen by Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Go.
Wow. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. With some arc, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. Ball's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Okoro. Porzingis sets the pick for Okoro. Back to Ball. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 38 points.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Here's Hendricks. Launches it. And Okoro pulls it down. Okoro's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Moody. Porzingis with the ball. Hollins kicks to Porzingis. Off target with his three.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Here's Castle. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Pass the ball. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Trying to get something going. Out to Smith. Here's Black, covered by Okoro. Here's Black.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hendricks. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hendricks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Holland. Back to Ball. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
LaMelo Ball showing off that facilitation. That is pretty pick-and-roll basketball.
Here's Castle. He's covered by Ball. Smith in the post. He's against Porzingis.
All the officials are all over that one.
Porzingis. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for Atlanta, Jabari Smith. 2 shots.
Free throw drop for Smith. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Atlanta. Smith hits them both. Charlotte has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Brandon Miller.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Ball. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Ball's got 40 points.
Yeah, being an outstanding rebounder seems to run in the Ball family. LaMelo doing his thing on the glass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Smith up top. Pass to Castle. 3 on the clock. Daniels from outside. Holland with the rebound. Now Ball. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Brandon Miller.